I'm Kara.
And I'm Allie.
We're from Operation Diabetes, and this is our first YouTube video. This year, we'll be discussing diabetes, care, prevention, and general understanding. Today, we're going to learn about reading a nutrition label and understand what it means for your health. The first thing on the label to notice is the serving size. The serving size section tells you the size of a single serving and the total number of servings per container. The serving size might not be how many servings a real person actually eats when they take a portion of food. Serving size is the amount of food used to calculate the information on the nutrition facts label. So for example, if I'm taking a bowl of cereal, I feel like this much might be a good serving. Well, let's see. Well, I took a whole cup. There's still cereal left, but the serving size is only 3/4 cup. So we know I'm having at least 1.5 servings. Which isn't bad, just means we have to do math.
Next is the calories per serving. Calories are units of energy. Here's a chart that recommends what your daily calories intake should be. After the calories, the label breaks down the facts about different nutrients in your food. We'll explain the importance of each section. Take notice that the label also quickly gives you an idea of the percent of daily value based on a 2,000 calorie diet. These may be helpful for quick decisions when you're food shopping or when you're deciding what to eat.
The other most commonly checked area on the nutrition facts label is fats. Fats are broken down into saturated and unsaturated fats. Saturated fats raise bad cholesterol, known as LDL cholesterol, and lower good cholesterol, known as HDL cholesterol. It's best to try to limit the foods that are high in saturated fats because these raise the risk for heart disease and stroke. Foods commonly high in saturated fat usually come from animal products and dairy. Also listed sometimes are unsaturated or monounsaturated fats. These will raise your good cholesterol and lower your bad cholesterol. Examples of these foods include avocados, nuts, and olive oil.
Next is sodium. Sodium is also known as salt. Sodium is an important nutrient in our food, but most Americans consume too much of it on a daily basis. High sodium intake can increase blood pressure, which can lead to heart disease and other health complications. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams a day and states that an ideal limit would be no more than 1,500 milligrams a day for adults. So let's play a game. Looking at this bag of chips and this can of Progresso soup, which one would you think has more sodium in it?
Well, these taste salty, but you could be trying to trick me, and although it's vegetable soup, maybe it's a trick question.
Well, it is a trick question. This bag of chips has 240 milligrams of sodium in it in one serving, and the whole bag is one serving. Whereas this can of Progresso soup has 600 milligrams of sodium in it in one serving. The whole can is 2 servings, which means if you eat this whole can of soup, you're getting 1,200 milligrams of sodium.
The next section is the carbohydrate section. Similar to fats, it's broken into 2 different sections. First, the total carbs are listed, and then the 2 subsections are listed. Total carbs in a person's diet should be about 45 to 65% of your daily calorie intake, whatever that is for you. The first carb listed is fiber. Fiber is good for you. Fiber is the part of the food that can't be digested and helps your digestive system keep moving. So, a food that has just 5% or less in fiber is considered low fiber, whereas if it has 20% or more of your daily value of fiber, that's considered high fiber. Try to choose foods that are high in fiber. The other carb listed is sugar. Nutrition labels don't have a recommendation on how much sugar a person should get in their daily diet. However, the American Heart Association recommends that women don't consume more than 25 grams of added sugar a day, and men should not consume more than 36 grams of added sugar per day. Excessive sugar can cause health problems like diabetes and obesity, so it's best to limit the daily consumption of sugar. Now, it's important to note that added sugar is different from any sugar, because a fruit like a strawberry or an apple could have a lot of sugar, but it's not added sugar and it's not dangerous to your health. In a Nutri-Grain bar, there's 12 grams of sugar, but is this added sugar or is it good sugar from these apples? So let's see. You have to check the ingredients to know that. Well, for the crust, sugar is pretty low down on the ingredients, but for the filling, sugar is the first ingredient, followed by other sugar-containing ingredients. So you know that there's definitely added sugar if you're eating a Nutri-Grain bar.
Protein is listed next. Your protein intake will vary depending on your weight, lifestyle, and goals. Typically, it is about 0.36 grams of protein per pound of body weight. This means that if a person weighs 140 pounds, he or she should consume about 50 grams of protein a day. Of course, this does not take into account the individual's lifestyle, so it's just an estimate, and some sources may recommend even more than that. Finally, the last part of the nutrition facts label lists major vitamins. This includes vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Although these are important, it's best to make your food choices based on the other components that we've already talked about, such as fats, sugar, and sodium.
Finally, the ingredients list shows foods in the order in which they're contained. In other words, the first ingredient is the main ingredient. Be sure to look at the ingredients if you have food allergies or other dietary restrictions for any reason.
I know a lot of this information may seem overwhelming. For me personally, to help me make healthier and smarter food choices, I choose to use the app MyFitnessPal. It's a free app that helps you track all the daily intakes of the components we just talked about on a nutrition facts label. You may choose to use the app to focus on the parts of the label that are most important to your needs, or you could just look at the label itself.
This information can be used by any person to help manage their health. However, it's especially important for somebody who has diabetes because the diet has a major impact on long-term health. Thank you for joining us in our first Pitt APhA-ASP YouTube video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Cheers!
Cheers!